Pence pulls back curtain, reveals huge details on migrant hoard funding, origins. We knew someone was behind the mass migrant caravan invasion force heading for our border, we were just unsure who it was. Now it's starting to come out, and I'm sure more will be revealed in the coming days. Wouldn't be surprised if big names like Soros are connected. This is some real election meddling right here. The Daily Caller is. Honduran President Juan Orlando Hernández told Vice President Mike Pence that a migrant caravan approaching the U.S. southern border is being financed by Venezuela, Pence revealed in a Washington Post appearance Tuesday. Post Live. CoStar Reports asks VP Mike Pence about real Donald Trump's claim that unknown Middle Easterners had infiltrated the migrant caravan heading to the U.S. border. It's inconceivable that there are not people of Middle Eastern descent, Pence said. The president of Honduras told me this was organized by leftist groups in Honduras and financed by Venezuela, Pence declared. A senior administration official confirmed to the Daily Caller a call took place between Hernández and Pence regarding the migration situation. The caravan has swelled to nearly 6,000 people with the apparent intention of entering the U.S. and claiming asylum. Current U.S. law requires a lengthy asylum adjudication process, and the Trump administration believes many migrants are using loopholes in U.S. law to illegally immigrate. President Donald Trump has vowed to punish the governments of Honduras, Guatemala, and El Salvador for failing to stop its citizens heading north. Trump has also faulted the government of Mexico for failing to stop the caravan of migrants and has publicly floated the idea of closing the U.S.-Mexico border as a last resort. Heavy check mark real Donald Trump. In addition to stopping all payments to these countries, which seem to have almost no control over their population, I must, in the strongest of terms, ask Mexico to stop this onslaught, and if unable to do so I will call up the U.S. military and close our southern border. The Hill had a further report. Pence went on to say that, in the last fiscal year, the U.S. apprehended more than 10 terrorists or suspected terrorists per day at our southern border from countries that are referred to in the lexicon as other than Mexico, that means from the Middle East region. Pence also did not offer evidence to support Trump's claim that people from the Middle East were traveling with the caravan. The comments came as Trump has escalated his rhetoric toward immigration while a migrant caravan with about 7,500 people fleeing violence in Central America approaches the U.S.-Mexico border. Sadly, it looks like Mexico's police and military are unable to stop the caravan heading to the southern border of the United States. Criminals and unknown Middle Easterners are mixed in, Trump tweeted on Monday. I have alerted Border Patrol and military that this is a national emergency. Must change laws. Trump also said he was ready to cut off or substantially reduce U.S. aid to Guatemala, El Salvador and Honduras for their failure to stop the band of migrants from heading to the U.S. Trump has repeatedly placed blame on Democrats over issues related to migrants traveling to the border and has frequently called for strengthening immigration laws. He's consistently said immigration will be a key issue for voters during this year's midterm elections. This will be an election of Kavanaugh, the caravan, law and order and common sense, he said at a campaign rally in Montana last week. Trump last week warned that he could take military action to stop immigrants from crossing the southern border if Mexico does not take action to stop the onslaught.